Okay, hello once again. We are now on the next lesson about compound interest. After finding the compound amount, we are now on the topic about finding the present value or P. So this is just very easy because we already know the formula for finding the compound amount before, that is equal to P times the quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of n. Or you can have 1 plus j over m raised to the power of t times m. So from that formula, we can derive it and solve for the value of p, which is the present value. The present value, which is also known as the principal, is the amount that you have invested at the present time that will give an interest, or that will be computed with an interest rate so that the amount will become larger and the future value will be determined. So that is the definition of the present value as mentioned here in our material. So if we derive the formula of the future value, we can get these formulas. So you may use P is equal to F all over the quantity of 1 plus j over m raised to the power of tm. Or if you would like to deal with negative exponents, you can transfer the elements here in your numerator. In the numerator, the elements in the denominator will be multiplied with your f in the numerator, but you will deal with negative exponents. So that will be the case if you are going to do that. But still, you will get the correct answer. And the other option is if you are going to use I instead of j over m, or if you will just solve for j over m first, then later you're going to substitute that as your I and solve first as well t times m, and later you will substitute that for your n. So I actually prefer this formula because this is shorter and less complicated to see as compared to this one, but still they are the same. So let's proceed to the application of this formula in solving the different problems about the present value. So the first example, if the money can be invested at 3.5% compounded quarterly, find the present value of 6,500 pesos due at the end of 2 years and 3 months. So from this problem, we have obtained the following given. 4 is our M from quarterly. The term or the time is 2 and 3 over 12 from 2 years and 3 months, or you can also convert that into decimal. That's 2.25. Our I, which is equal to J over M, is 0.0875. That's 3.5% or 3.5% divided by 4. And our N, which is equal to T times M, is equal to 9. That is 2.25. That's our T in decimal form times M, which is 4, the quarterly. That's why we have 9. And our 6,500 is also important. That will be our numerator, our F. So applying the formula and substituting all those values, we can obtain 6,009.82 or 6,009 pesos and 82 centavos. So be sure to try solving this using your own calculator. After that, we'll have the second example, and I will read that. Discount 9,500 pesos for 7 years and 4 months at 5% compounded monthly. So the term that this example used is discount. So this is the opposite of the word accumulate. In the previous lesson, we usually encounter the word accumulate because we are going to increase the amount of money because we are getting the future value. So the opposite of that is discount. So if you encounter the word discount, this is already a clue. So we are applying context clue. It means that you are solving for the present value because the amount that will be discounted, just like in this example, 9,500 is our future value. So discount 9,500 for 7 years and 4 months at 5% compounded monthly. That will give us the following. The future value, 9,500. M, monthly, that's 12. T, our time, 7 years and 4 months, or 7 and 4 over 12. J is 0.05, that's 5% in decimal. So to compute for n, we have t times m, 7 and 4 and 12 over 12 times 12, we have 88. While our I, which is equal to nominal rate divided by the number of conversion period, 0.05 divided by 12. I did not write the correct answer here because this is a non-terminating decimal. And this is not yet the final answer also. This is just part of the solution. So there is no need again for us to estimate the value. That's why I still wrote 0.05 over 12 as the value of I. And we will let our calculator do the computation for this. And by the time we have arrived into the final answer, that's the time that we can or we are allowed to proceed to the rounding off. So please try solving this and you must get 6,588 pesos and 90 centavos as your answer. Therefore, the present value of 9,500 pesos that was invested for 7 years and 4 months at 5%, this is compound interest, monthly, is 6,588 pesos and 90 centavos. So I hope that's clear with you. Let's have the third example. Find the present value of 7,600 pesos due at the end of 4 years and 4 months if money is worth 6% compounded quarterly. So the problem is very clear and we have the following facts. F is 7,600, J is 6% or 0.06, M is 4 because it's quarterly, and D is 4 and 4 over 12, 4 years and 4 months. So I is equal to J over M, that's why you have this value. N is equal to T times M. Using your calculator, you can also get another value that's 17 and 1/3, which is another non-terminating and also repeating decimal. So it's difficult for us to write the whole value. We don't have to estimate it also. So we have to use the exact number 17 and 1/3 in our n, in our exponent. And again, let our calculator do the computation. So after substituting all those required values like the f, our I, as well as our n, then we should come up with the answer 5,871 pesos and 32 centavos. In other words, this is the present value of 7,600 pesos that has been discussed in this particular problem. Now let's have the last example for this particular lesson, solving for the present value. Discount the amount 8,200 pesos for 6 years and 10 months at 12 and 1/4% converted semi-annually. So again, the term used is discount, and that is already a clue for us that the unknown is the present value. Therefore, 8,200 pesos is our future value or F. 6 years and 10 months or 6 and 10 over 12 is our T. That can also be reduced to 6 and 5 over 6. And our nominal rate, 12 and 1/4%, is just equivalent to 12.25% since 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. Or you can transform it directly into decimal by moving 2 places to the left. You have 0.1225. Converted semi-annually means that our M is 2. Using the same formula for P, we have F divided by 1 plus I. This quantity will be raised to the power of n. We must also solve for our I from our given J and M. The quotient of the two is equal to 0.06125. And our N, which is the product of our term and our number of conversion period, we have 6 and 5 over 6 times 2. That's 41 over 3 or 13 and 2/3 in mixed number. But we're going to use this exact fraction because this is still a non-terminating decimal to get the correct or the accurate answer. So after applying this in our calculator, we should get 3,638 pesos and 91 centavos as our final answer. Therefore, 3,638 pesos and 91 centavos is the present value of 8,200 if that is invested for around 6 years and 10 months, having 12 and 1/4% as the interest rate converted semi-annually. So that is the simple solution for finding the present value, still connected to our previous lesson, finding the compound amount. So I hope that is very clear to you. That ends the presentation about finding the present value. If you have some questions, you can just send me a message. Exercises will be found later in your Quipper. That's all. Thank you so much.